Good evening, YouTube. It is the day before the road trip. And I wanted to... Normally I don't make videos before the road trip. But this time I'm going to try something different. I've decided to get a rental car. That way I don't have to put the miles on my car. So with that being said, let's go get the rental car. We're at the Good to Go on 48th and Old Cheney, our usual starting spot. I'm going to reset that mileage counter to 0, even though it's going to do absolutely no good. 3:55 p.m., day before. Let's go get the rental car. Guy behind me. I'm going to have to turn around here. I can only go through the car wash that way. Going to Enterprise on 48th and O Street. And we'll give this rental car idea a shot. I paid $240 for it to reserve it for a 3-day road trip, which included Saturday, although I think I might cut that short and see if I can knock some dollars off the price. This is 48th, so we're gonna go straight. I could probably get over, but the lane ends right away, and people in Lincoln don't know how to zipper merge, so I'm just gonna stay put. Yeah, if I was off camera, I probably would have attempted the zipper merge, but what I said still holds true. It's a straight shot from here, so see you at the rental car place. Alright, this one kind of crept up to me, but we just turned left off of 48th Street. 48th and O is just a couple of blocks that way. But I would have to turn left on 48th and O, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get into the place from there, so I am going along the back way here. Yep, here it is. Enterprise. Whoa! Try not to miss the turn. Looks like the private vehicle parking is over here. So I will park right here. I'll see you in the rental car. Alright, and we are in the rental car. I'm gonna drive this around, just give it some time to figure out how it handles. And then I'm gonna head home. I still gotta pack, still got some other chores to take care of, and then tomorrow we will be off on the road trip. I'll wait for the light to turn green, because why not? See how this handles with the camera. See you tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. We are going on another road trip. This time we're going from Lincoln to Lincoln, Illinois. So with that being said, I'm in a rental car. That way I don't have to put all these miles on my car. And without further ado, I'm behind schedule. It's 8:21 a.m. So let's get going. The rental car is a RAV4. I reset the trip mileage counter to 0. Clear out all of the things. Put it in reverse and let's go. We're at the good to go gas station that we usually start road trips at. It's over there. We'll need to go out this way, actually. I'm driving in circles here, but that's okay. Now, can I fit through here? Yes, I can. Alright, well, I need to go left. So I'm going to come around here and I'm going to make a U-turn. We are on our way. Now we are turning on to what is now Nebraska Parkway, but formerly Highway 2. Highway 2 got rerouted around town at the beginning of 2023. So this has now been renamed to Nebraska Parkway, which oddly enough, it was called Nebraska Highway on the signs before that, but everybody just called it Highway 2, and everyone still does. This will lead us straight out of Lincoln the usual way. And everything so far is the way it looks like it should be from the last time we went this way, which was 2021. Except you'll notice this sign's new. No, I don't think I was actually filming on this stretch here. It says Junction Highway 2 on what in 2021 was Highway 2. Well, that's because they moved it and we're about to hit the intersection where they split. and Nebraska Parkway ends. You can see the little, what do you call the things in the road? Parts where it's shaved off. This is all brand new. Get over a lane. And here we are approaching Highway 2. Going eastbound. Signs are a little hard to read because we're going to be driving into the sunlight. But there's nothing I can do about that. Once again, should be a disclaimer that I am not looking through the camera. I am paying attention to driving. Now we're about ready to head into Iowa. Speed limit drops. I have to slow down here. And here's the bridge. As you can tell, the construction from the 2019 floods is now complete. Wasn't in 2021. And we got crosswinds. Are still some perma lakes from the 2019 flood, but we're pretty much dry as a bone now. We've had a couple years of droughts that have sucked up a lot of it. Over there is one of the perma lakes. Be at I-29 shortly. Okay, before we get to I-29, I've decided I'm going to make a stop at one of these gas stations over here. The reason is because, number one, I got some water, and I've been drinking it, and, well, I think you can figure out what follows that. And also at the same time, I got some pop, but I haven't touched it yet because I don't exactly like drinking pop or any sugary beverage on an empty stomach. So I'm gonna pick up a snack or something and call that breakfast. That's the gas station over there that I'm gonna be going to. Now I just gotta wait for my light to turn, my left turn signal to turn green. But as you can tell by that, it's windy. Okay, here's some progress. Yeah, sniffly too. Here we go. I'm gonna go this way. Now this particular station here does have a second floor, but there's no elevator. So there will not be a video because there is nothing to make, no elevator to make a video of. Whew. 9:15 a.m. Good bit behind schedule, but we'll have to make do with what we've got. And I've got my snack. So let's get out of here. We will go back out. Same way we came in. That way we can turn left at a stoplight. Oh, that's good. Oh, here we go. I see the other light turning. There we go. Anyway, while we're merging onto I-29, our first stop is going to be Kirksville, Missouri, which is a small town just north of Columbia. There is Truman State University is up there, and I wanted to see what they have for elevators. And then after that, time permitting, we will stop in Columbia, and we will film the university, take a few we'll do an update at the University of Missouri. Probably won't make very many videos there because I filmed it 3 years ago, and it might feel more recent than that to you because I literally just filmed them in August I just finished the uploads for them in August of last year. So maybe thinking it's been less than a year. Why am I going and doing that again? Well, that's because those videos were from 3 years ago relative to today. So we are going to go through construction. And we'll do some updates at the University of Missouri. I do know of some elevators that I missed. There was one on the south side of parking structure 7 that I didn't even know was there. I don't even think anyone's made a video of it, so I'll have to take a look, see what there is. And it's also possible I may be able to get some of those in the daylight as well. But that's kind of grasping at straws since it's already looking like it's going to be about 6 o'clock by the time we even get down there, so. I guess the only thing we can do is just roll with the punches. Another thing you might have noticed, at least in some of my previous road trips, is that I've stayed primarily at one class of hotel. And there is a reason for that. It's because I want a hotel that's ranked 4.0 stars on Google or better, and is less than $100 per night. And so it really just kind of ends up being things like Comfort Inn, choice hotels mostly. I generally have learned from not to stay at a Quality Inn because they generally tend to not be of any quality. But the reason I'm bringing that up is because I managed for tonight to score a different class of hotel, because I was able to get a deal on the Capitol Plaza and Convention Center Hotel in Jefferson City. There was not anything in Columbia that was within my price and rating range for the night, and that's even with increasing that to 120 because of inflation. So we'll see if the room that I'm thinking of, or that I got, is any good. I'll have to check and see how much I actually paid for these rooms, because I think I might have started something with hotel rooms, including the cost of the room in the video. Well, the time in Iowa was short, and we are now heading into Missouri. Here's the Missouri state line sign. And we're now in the land of Missouri. And we will be staying here at the Jefferson City Capitol Plaza Hotel, as I mentioned earlier. I think that's what the name of it is. I'll have to double check the reservation. And there we just passed the sign for US 36, which, because Truman State and Kirksville, Missouri are north of that, we're going to take Highway 36 across Missouri to get there. We don't want 36 west, we want 36 east. Let's loop. Now we're on 36 East. pretty much out of St. Joseph. The traffic is clearing up. Although, looking at the road, it seems like a lot more people are taking this route. A good ways here, but here we are approaching the crossroads of Highway 65, and we're going to have a little bit of redemption here because the last time on the Cincinnati road trip, I made a wrong turn to the right, thinking that was the way to Columbia, but it wasn't. So this time, I know better. And we are going to stay on Highway 36 like we should have previously. There's a cool looking hotel. Anyway, this is Chillicothe, Missouri. Got some construction going on here, and they're working today. Not sure exactly what they're doing. I think looks like they may be repaving the shoulder. So, let's continue. And we've scored some redemption. Speaking of redemption, though, the whole reason we're going to Lincoln, Illinois is because I want to film at another closing college. This time it's Lincoln Christian University. I do remember there was Lincoln College, which closed in 2022, and I missed an opportunity to go visit that. Probably because of how far away it was, and I didn't want to drive it, or get a rental car that time anyway. And I was a little short on cash at the time, so maybe we can go visit what's left of Lincoln College while we're there. But anyway, we'll still be filming at a closed college. And I have another road trip in between this one and the road trip for Iowa Wesleyan, which I'm pretty confident now I'm going to call the Redemption Road Trip. That where I went to go film at another closing college in July. But because there were a lot of things that I said on that road trip, and because I was ultimately unsuccessful, I'm thinking I may end up scrapping that one. I will keep the elevator videos though. Let's continue. The turnoff that I'm waiting for is Missouri Highway 11, which will take us pretty much diagonally from Highway 36 into Kirksville. There's the airport. And I see it right here. This is the sign for Missouri Highway 11. So, without further ado, we will exit here. I'm debating when, if at all, to stop for lunch, because it's 12:08 p.m. already. Know if I should stop. In the interest of time, I think what I'm going to do is stop at Walmart and pick up like a bag of chips and a Gatorade or something, because I can see a Walmart over here to the right. I think here. Yeah, we go right, because straight goes back onto Highway 36. Wait for traffic. This guy's coming pretty quickly. Alright. Here we go. Here we are. Yeah, I like what this lady's doing. Except that, oh, that guy's really badly parked. Can't see it though, but he's over the line. And I'm not gonna nitpick that too much. I'm just gonna park right here. Grab something to eat. Got some Chips Ahoy in the bag right here. Now, I'm gonna head over to the Casey's. Whoa! It's gonna be hard to see. Check carefully here. It's almost occurred to me that I could use the camera to check for traffic in places I can't see well. I suppose that could be a handy use for it. Anyway, I'm gonna head over to the Casey's, just right over there, and I'm going to refill my pop. Straight, make sure I don't have the back of 36. We are on Highway 11, just ready to go. Here's Casey's. No, wait. Now this traffic's coming just the wrong timing. Right when it's clear, another car's coming. And it's not spaced out where it's obvious. Or not spaced out where it's obvious. So I shouldn't cross. Alright, you're still on gas though. So I'm going to make sure this guy doesn't try to take my spot. And he's not, because I can just park right next to him. Alright. Be back with a full drink. Alright, pop is refilled, and I haven't actually shown the drinks yet. I got a Mountain Dew, and then this one is water, as I said previous, and I filled this up right before I left Lincoln. As I said, I am trying to drink more water on these road trips to balance out the pop. But with that being said, I think it's time to get going on. Just learning more about this car as I drive it. It has a push-button start, which is cool. I'm also learning that there's also some quirks, like it automatically slows itself down when you're approaching a vehicle traveling much slower than you. And I have mixed feelings about that. We've gone 231 miles so far. Alright. Also, that is a sit-down Pizza Hut restaurant. Those have been going extinct. And it's nice to see that there's a few of them still operating. I know there are a few in Nebraska, but I just thought I'd point that out. Now let me think here. If I go right, that'll take me back to 36. I need to go north on 11, so I need to turn left. This is Brookfield, Missouri we are driving through. Looks like we're about to pass right through downtown. Now, Google Maps did find a route that went around it that involved going out in some of the county roads, but I prefer to stay on the major highways, especially since I'm not using Google Maps to navigate. I'm going based off of navigational memory and having memorized the route last night. Welcome to Brookfield, Missouri. Pepsi Cola. That's an old logo. A cool one at that. Highway 11, go straight. According to that sign. Also, sun's coming out. Still partly cloudy, still mostly cloudy, but there is some sun, but there is visible sunlight. But at least for weather-wise anyway, a couple nights ago we had a major storm system pass through Lincoln, and it was pouring buckets Monday night into Tuesday, and it sounds like there's going to be another one coming through while I'm gone. Anyway, welcome to downtown Brookfield. Also, based on the looks of that, and based on the scarring there, it looks like whatever happened there was lost to a fire. Because you can see the remnants of the building that was on that building. Hello, officer. Now, Highway 11 is going to go this way. I can see the sign. Let's see here. They have to stop for me, so I can just turn. Here we go. Get speed. Don't want to slow. Oh, that's weird. Right. Let's leave down. Doesn't get there. But as the case we can stick around, we have places we need to go. This is kind of a rough road. They just passed the sign right there for a Kirksville city limit, and holy buckets, was that a drive? Very narrow road, like no shoulder, very hilly, like almost roller coaster hilly, very windy, and dangerous crosswinds. So I am very glad that's over. But anyway, here is Business Route 63. Still following Highway 11 north. Just past the sign for Truman State University is off to the left. So we will turn left here. Oh, I see it. Looks like we have a solitary left turn arrow right there. There we go. doing? Oh, yeah, if you would have done that earlier, I wouldn't have been so confused. And we have just roughly passed through Truman State University. So now, all that I have to do is go find a place to park. Here's the campus on the right. Oh boy, this is going to be hard. But I think I see some options here. So we're going to roll with it. So you can see some parking off to the, looks like some of these residential areas over here. Yeah, that's probably a spot, but I don't think I can squeeze into that with a camera. So I'll shut it off. Alright. I did eventually find a place to park on the northeast end of campus, and we're not too far away. So, without further ado, let's go check it out. It is 1:30 p.m. Not as bad as I ended up being, but still behind schedule. So, let's not dilly-dally, let's go get some elevators. Well, that campus had some of the most boring elevators. It was a rousing success, though, so nothing to complain about as far as that's concerned. But it's time to get on to Columbia. We've traveled 283 miles. It's 3:21 p.m., so we'll probably make it to Columbia by about 5:30. Let's get out of here. One way left. Look both ways, out of habit and trust issues. Alright, and I believe the way out is this way. And here we go. Kind of starting to, here's the campus. Starting to question whether or not I got all the cardinal directions correct, but we'll have to see. It's a nice campus. It's just that the elevators were nothing special. Pretty much there was a lot. This building had the oldest elevator, and it was a Montgomery with Adams fixtures. Other than that, most of it was modernized. Or Dover Impulse. Which I'm glad to see Dover Impulse still. Because I have dropped the tagline of the obligatory Dover Impulse. Because they have started to disappear. This is a pedestrian walk signal, thankfully not a new trend or something where it's like, in Lincoln, they replaced all of the doghouse style lights with flashing yellow arrows. And that kind of annoys me. And the reason is because it's like fewer green lights, and it's like, oh, we can't have any green lights because you should always be careful. And I don't want to encourage them getting rid of green lights altogether in replacement of flashing yellows. That's kind of silly. That building that I just showed you is the General Services building. And I think I might have to, I'm starting to regret missing that one now. Because it looks like it could be something vintage. But considering the rest of the trend of campus and the police department's located there, I'm going to head back for it. Because I will have most of tomorrow to check out Columbia for elevators. I'm going to go just turn around here and get a closer look at the building. These are all the athletic facilities. I think I stepped in something. Spot to park down here. Not that I can see. There's the football stadium. Yeah, we're probably not going to find much for parking down here. Alright, well, I'll see what we find. Alright, we are parked again. Let's go get the General Services building. That was not only worth it and a rousing success, but I found 2 vintage elevators in the General Services building, so my instinct was right. Not only that, but I also found a whole wing of campus that I had completely missed. So I am very much good to go for today. So with that being said, let's go to Columbia, for real this time. Alright, nice and easy. Good thing I took my sweatshirt off because it's now hot out. Granted, the temperature's 70 degrees, but the sun beating down and the calming of the wind has made it hot. But hey, 70 degrees is really nice, and it's been a top 10 day for filming elevators. So I am not complaining one bit. This looks like a major throughway here, so we will take it. Yep. Business 63. Let's go. And go southbound this time. This should take us straight into Columbia, and once we get back onto 63. I should probably do a time check while we're taking care of this. It is 3:58 p.m. So about 4 o'clock. So I'm guessing our ETA for Columbia is going to be about 6. And I can see the 4-lane divided up ahead. So we'll be out of here. And just like this, I think we are now off the business route 63 and onto the primary highway 63. Yep, there it is, South 63. Speed limit 70, wow. And 86 miles to Columbia. So now, fulfilling more redemption from previously, we are going to trace the route we should have taken back in 2021. Once we pass Highway 36. Alright, we are quickly approaching Columbia. I'm going to take the 763 South exit, because this will go the way we did in 2021, and it should take us right to campus. Yeah, I see a roundabout ahead. Double check everything here. Yeah, looks like we should be good to go into Columbia. Alright, hello officer. Yeah, I think I took the slow way because we just hit rush hour traffic. 5:24 p.m. Got here about a half hour sooner than I thought we would. So I guess we'll head right for Mizzou and just walk around and see what's changed as far as elevators are concerned since 2021. Can't see it like all through. I'll try. Maybe you can. There. There we go. Zoom back out. We'll be ready to go. Roundabouts. I hate roundabouts, especially the complicated ones like this. But we made it through all right. Where's the lane? There it is. Oh, this is not the same way we went in last time. But it will definitely work. Let me get over, because my lane's going to end. Oh, Stevens College. I forgot about Stevens College. Go straight, because I can see downtown Columbia from here. Okay, I happened to stumble right through Columbia College. So I may have to visit them sometime. Next time I'm down here. It's kind of going to be a little too late today, because I got other plans on my mind. But we'll see. I do have 2 days after today to explore a wide variety of areas. So we'll see what the plan brings here. But the primary reason is to check up on the University of Missouri, otherwise known as Mizzou. I'm going to park in the 10th and Cherry garage, because that's where I did last time. Well, one of the last times. It's getting a little crowded here. And I don't want to hang out here. Oh dear, this could be a problem. Nobody's behind me, so I don't want anybody who's oncoming to be blocked. First hour's free. Looks like $1 per hour after that, and that's cheaper than Lincoln.
Press the button. Please wait. Take the ticket.
All right. Let's get parked. Wow. This vehicle is so much bigger than I'm used to. And these are very tight parking spots. But anyway, we are back at Mizzou. And I see what look like some new buildings, so let's see what we can find. Oh boy. That was quite a tiring walk. But I was able to I ran into quite a few locked buildings since it's kind of late at night. But what I was able to find out is that so far, nothing that I've checked out has been modernized, which is good. I did make a few videos. I did find out that Parker Hall and the professional building are gone and are now just waiting for further development. And let me think, what else did I find? Yeah, I'm definitely going to come back and do another 3 hours tomorrow. But I think tonight I'm going to need to check and see what I need to bother with and what I don't. Anyway, we need to get to Jefferson City. Because if I want to get here and have a decent amount of time to film elevators, I'm going to have to get here early. Now, as to how early, I don't know yet. I'm going to have to... My goal is to get to Lincoln, Illinois by 2 tomorrow. And then I should have 3 hours to film Lincoln Christian University. So I'm going to have to plot that all back. And it's about a 2-hour drive to Jefferson City from here. 8:16 p.m. We'll probably get down there at about 10:15. Alright. Please scan ticket below red button.
Please wait.
Oh, okay. Free parking. Which I am very much thankful for. Anyway, just going this way and everything, this is like deja vu. Except at a different time of day. Now, how do I get out of here? I need to get on 63. I need to go, except in 2021 I turned left here. That's how much deja vu this is. But today I'm going to need to turn, tonight I'm going to need to turn right. So I can do that on red. We'll need to go further south on 63. Stevens College. Didn't really have time in 2021 to bother with those, or there was... I don't remember exactly what the reason is. And it's looking like I'm not going to be able to bother with these today. But I could be wrong. And here is Highway 63. US Highway 63. Jefferson City is right, so we will head that way. But I also have realized that I am short on gas. So I'm going to have to stop and fill up somewhere. Oh dear. 740 to Stadium Boulevard. Might do it. Yep. Alright. Stopping for gas. Guess I'm using the interstate like a local. Go one exit. It was break time, and now we are fueled up. Let's get to Jefferson City. We've traveled 377.6 miles today, and it is 8:31 p.m. We got done a good bit today. Not as much as I wanted to at Mizzou, but I can always come back tomorrow and I will have more time tomorrow. I just need to plan out how early I need to get up, do a hotel tour, charge my batteries. We'll take it from there. I don't think I will be doing much in Jefferson City on this trip. And the reason is because I have other priorities at this time. But that could be decided. The state capital of Missouri is an option. And we'll just go from there, I guess. Here we are, south on 63 to Jefferson City. Yay, look at that. See you in Jefferson City. I see what looks like a Capitol dome, so I'm guessing we are fairly close to Jefferson City, if not already there. No, as a hotel. I'm gonna have to look and see if I can find out exactly where it is. I'm not sure. Also, as I'm learning more about the car, 8:54. It only took 20 minutes to get here. That and this was light when it was daylight, but now it's dark. That's really cool that thing has a dark mode. I'm gonna take this next exit. Yeah, this looks like the way to go. Yet we're just joining 54 West. There it is, city limit, Jefferson City. So we're gonna head into town. I'm guessing because it's like Capitol Plaza Hotel or something like that. It'll probably be near the Capitol, and I see it. Next exit. So we'll take the next exit. I'm guessing this is the Missouri River we're crossing, but cool bridge. Ooh, I can see the sign. I'm just hoping I don't accidentally miss it. Whoa, that is really close. Missouri State Capitol is to the left. That is very easy. Looked very easy to miss. And there she is, the Missouri State Capitol. How's that for a good night shot? Now the million-dollar question is, where's the hotel? It looks like it might be off to the right here. So, okay. I see what looks like might be it. So I'm just gonna focus on finding it. And here's the hotel. I scored a deal on this for just over $100 a night. It was $104. And unfortunately, that was the best I could find between here and Columbia. That was 4.0 or better on Google. So, looks like a nice hotel. Let's see if it's worth the money or not. Guest parking. I guess we'll head in here. Elevator to lobby. Next 2 levels down. At this point, I might as well just follow the signs. Well, anyway, driving-wise, this is where the journey ends. 405.9 miles. Let's go get checked into the hotel. Alright guys, that's it for tonight. It's been a long day. You're getting a view out of my hotel room window. You can see the state capitol just behind that building over there. And I will see you tomorrow. Or thank you for watching if this is the end. Good morning, YouTube. We're in a different hotel room than the one we ended in last night. If you want to get a idea of what that debacle was, you can go watch the hotel tour. Whether it may be uploaded by now, it may not. I don't know what I plan to do. Anyway, with that being said, let's head back down to the car. Okay, and we're back in the car, and we're ready to go. So we are heading back to Columbia today, and then we will be, for the morning anyway, and then after that we will be heading to Lincoln, Illinois, in order to film at Lincoln Christian University, which is scheduled to close at the end of the spring 2024 semester. I might also visit Lincoln College too, even though we probably will not get in, because that one closed a couple years ago. But other than that, and then there are some other nearby colleges and universities we can film. We can go down to Decatur, possibly look at Millikin University, and up to Bloomington, Illinois. And there are a couple up there. Illinois State University is one of them. I don't know exactly what's going to entail, but that's pretty much the entirety of what's going to cover today and tomorrow. And I'm hoping that I can get back soon enough tomorrow that I should be able to take a stop at the University of Iowa. Because there is one elevator there that I was informed I forgot. And that was the Jefferson Hall. And I forgot it both trips there. So, with that being said, 405.9 miles traveled yesterday. Reset the mileage counter to 0. And let's get out of here. Well, that was an adventurous stay. And as I said, you'll just have to wait for the hotel tour to figure out what actually happened, if it hasn't already been uploaded yet. Time check, it is 7:45 a.m. About 15 minutes later than I wanted to get out of here, but that's just nitpicking. I've kind of pinned down some of the elevators that I want to check up on that I didn't get to last night. Mumford Hall, I know, is one of them. Mumford and Curtis Hall are the main two. And then pretty much everything west of, like, Hitt Street is mostly modded already. So, it may or may not be worth the trouble. Anyway, first sign of daylight. Here's what the hotel looks like from the outside, and yes, this definitely looks like it used to be some name brand a while ago. There's the main entrance. First thing I'm going to find is a gas station. But we're going to be running into morning rush hour here, so I guess we'll just play it by ear. Why does this guy have his flashers on? Well, this is going to be a mess. Here's the gas station. Refilled my pop. Refilled water. Let's go. Back to Columbia. And I believe Highway 50 is this way. There we go. Once again, as a disclaimer, I am paying attention to driving. I am not looking through the camera at all. But right now, I'm just trying to remember how I got in to Jefferson City last night and how I got to Highway 50. I'm going to take a left. I'm going to see if I can find the way that I came in. There's the Capitol. And if I remember correctly, I came in on the other side. So I am going to head around the Capitol. Because, yeah, I can see now this direction that I'm going is north. Oh, I have a green light. Okay. Now, how do I get through here? I don't want to go to the Capitol. I want to go around the Capitol. Well, there she is. Yeah, here we go. This is the correct way. Yeah, this is the way I went last night. Oh, perfect. The lane I'm in is going to dump me onto 63 North, which is exactly what I want. Go 63 North, and now all that we need to do is just jump cut to Columbia. Looks like we may be getting some storm clouds here, but University of Missouri next right. So let's, no, there's nothing to exit here. 8:22 p.m. Yeah, we're a bit farther behind than I want to be, but the stop for pop and stuff kind of set me back time-wise. But once we get to campus, we're going to need to try and get in as much as we can in an hour and a half, which is about how long I had last night. But with it being business hours and a lot more things being open, I'm hoping we'll be able to cover more. Interesting. They got paw prints for University of Missouri. I guess they used to lead you to the campus. But this is where the sign said to go, so we will follow this. And I know exactly where this goes because of last time. Ooh, traffic. Not fun. Well, we'll shortly be at campus. And here's the entrance sign for the University of Missouri, otherwise known as Mizzou, which is what I've been calling it, even though it sounds like I'm sneezing every time I say it. But we're on the south end of campus. And we're gonna I'm not going to head into the medical center. I, at least for the largest part, have been trying to avoid medical facilities. And the reason is largely just because I haven't even attempted UNMC yet. Alright, I'm gonna head not this way. Here we go. This is the way I want to go. Southwest end of campus. I need to get north. I need to go north to downtown. Here's all the fraternity and sorority houses. Indecision in time. Alright, now it's just a matter of going and finding a place to park. And here we go. Here's a parking garage. It's a city garage, just like last time. Except this time we're on the west side of campus rather than the east. Looks like the rates are about the same. Even though a couple of the primary elevators that I'm going for are on the east side of campus, I didn't really explore the west side of campus all that well. Oh, lovely. Okay, I just realized I could have put my camera on the dashboard, like I have it right now. And I don't know why I haven't thought of that. Because it's a lot, because with this console thing here, it's a lot more... Oh dear, this could be an interesting trip. I must be allergic to something. Oh, I'm gonna back up. I just saw a couple of spots. I just hope I'm in straight. $32.4 miles traveled. 8:34 a.m. and we've got an hour and a half to get as much as we can, because according to Google Maps and my goal to be in Lincoln, Illinois by 2 o'clock, I would have to leave at 10. So let's go get what we can while we can. Oh dear, and my legs are cramping. But we got everything covered, no new mods. Got some videos, and it's time to go, because we are behind schedule now. I think I'm trying to do a little too much here. Buckle in my backpack, because otherwise if I hit the brakes it'll go flying. We've gone 32.4 miles so far, and no time to dilly-dally. Let's get out of here. Hopefully we can get, yeah, exit this way. Oh, we'll go out the same way we came in. Now, will we have to pay? Last time we got out and not had to.
And ticket below red button. Leave credit card in until screen tell to remove.
$1, not bad. Set that there. Because there's no reason you need to see that on camera. Let's go. Got the receipt. Okay. Camera's kind of in a precarious place, but it's got a backboard, I guess. I don't know why I didn't think to put the camera here. Yeah, I'll let him go. Okay, now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the way to get back to... How do I want to go? From Columbia here is where we're at. Lincoln is north of Springfield, so I need to get from I-70 to I-72. Yep, that's a very precarious place. I'm gonna have to hold it. Well, this should take us straight north to I-70 and we'll figure it out from there. If we end up going through St. Louis for whatever reason, we are not stopping there. I do think US 54 has an exit before we get to St. Louis, and we may not have to go through there. I'm gonna look it up on Google Maps and we'll plot it out. And here's the turn onto I-70. And let's see if I can do this. And we're gonna get onto I-70, and I'm gonna keep the camera right here. Precariously here, but then this way I can concentrate on driving, not have to try to do all this with the camera in my hand. This is why I like US 36, because this is very busy. So I'm going to stop the camera and we'll go from there. Yeah, this route is definitely fun. Not exactly. But here's the exit sign for US 54. And this will take us pretty much, and even though it's signed east-west, Highway 54 largely leans northeast-southwest. So, this should take us basically straight northeast into Illinois and up to I-72. This is Kingdom City, Missouri. Big old sign right there, 54. And here's the exit. And then this way, this Actually says it's 4 minutes faster than going through St. Louis. And besides, I really don't want to go through St. Louis anyway. See, as you can tell, that way's pretty much straight east. Ooh, yellow, gotta go. This pretty much leans straight north. Highway 54 eastbound goes pretty much more northeast. And we are right behind 2 trucks. I'm not sure exactly where I'm gonna stop for lunch. I see some places here, but it is way too soon for me. Normally when I eat lunch, I usually eat around 12:30. So we'll just see where I'm at about 12:30, and actually I'll see where I'm at about noon. That way I'll have some time to scope out what I want to eat. Yep, nope, he's moving over for me. This is Kingdom City, Missouri we just passed through. Anyway, we will see where we are at noon. Probably might stop in Springfield. Well, it's noon. There's the clock so you can tell. High noon. Very cloudy out. And we are getting very close to the Illinois border. We haven't even crossed it yet. But it's another 99 miles to Springfield. So it'll probably be 1 o'clock by the time I get there. And that's assuming I go 100 miles an hour, and I'm not going to do that. So there is a town called Louisiana, Missouri, that is right before the Mississippi River. So I'm going to see what's... Whoa! That semi was cutting it close. But anyway, I'm going to see if I can get lunch there. That was freaky. I hope I caught that on camera. Alright, welcome to Louisiana. Louisiana, Missouri. Wow, okay. Confused yet? You know what? I'm going to set the camera here. Hopefully it'll stay. But considering that I'm going from Lincoln to Lincoln, and we're in Louisiana and Missouri at the same time for some reason, I'm starting to think I'm going to call this the Confusion Road Trip. But in the meantime, I'm looking for lunch, and I don't see... Why am I slowing down? I don't know. I don't think... It looks like that just passed the main business district. And there really isn't much to this town. Oh, here we go. Looks like we got some gas stations and stuff to... But, no, but... Nothing particularly crazy. So what do I want to do? I'm going to take a left here. And I'm going to stop. And I'm going to just take a minute to plan out exactly what it is that I want to do. Heck, I don't know if I even want to settle for a McDonald's at this point, because I hate McDonald's. But at least I can stand to eat there. At least like once a year or something. At most once a year or something. Anyway, I'm going to go in and see if I can find something I can pick up at this gas station here. So, as it turns out, there is a town called Pittsfield, Illinois, And they have a McDonald's. So as I said, I don't like McDonald's, but at least I can stand to eat there every now and then. Unlike some places like Subway or Wendy's where I will not eat, because I do not like those restaurants. So we'll just check this off as my one McDonald's visit for 2024. Not my first choice, but it might be the best we got to be able to eat lunch at a decent hour. So let's go. Gone 127.3 miles so far. It's 12:16 p.m. And here we go, about to cross into Illinois. This is the Mississippi River. Illinois state line. Now, if you wonder why I changed positions, I should mention this. Why I was facing the other way is because I decided to top off my gas tank in Missouri, because gas is ridiculously expensive in Illinois for some reason. I paid $3.39 per gallon back in Louisiana. Missouri. Confusion. Welcome to Illinois. There's the sign. So it wouldn't surprise me if everybody on this end of the state goes into Missouri to fill up. 90 miles to Springfield. Pittsfield's 18. That should be all right. And here we are approaching Pittsfield, Illinois. There's the sign. So somewhere around here there should be a McDonald's. If there's a better option like an Arby's, I'll also take that, but we'll see what we get. That looks like a sit-down Pizza Hut to me. But unfortunately, it doesn't really work for what I'm trying to do, food-wise. Right now I'm not seeing very many food options. I want to get something substantive for lunch and then do like a bag of chips and a Gatorade for dinner, because we did the other way around yesterday. And And so I want to get something substantive for the noon meal this time. Even though it's close, even though it is about 12:30, so we did pretty well timing-wise. And prior to all that, I've had to come to terms with the fact that I'm going to have to just settle for McDonald's. It's not my favorite. I probably only eat here once a year at most. But if I want to get lunch at a decent hour and get something substantive, this is really the best option I've got at the moment. And this isn't Nebraska, so I can't just go stop at a Runza. Yeah, looking at this drive-through here, I'm gonna park and go in. $145.5 miles traveled. Let's go get some lunch. Well, I suppose you could consider this that I am my own person and not just trying to copy Diesel Deucey when I say that I am not a fan of McDonald's. But anyway, show you what I got here. I got a 10-piece chicken McNugget and some fries. And a large Coke. I don't do diet, it's a regular Coke. Anyway, that's probably the most copying Diesel Deucey you'll ever really see me do. As a matter of fact, I should probably even say Diesel Deucey's copied some things that I've done. So there's that. Anyway, with that being said, let's go. But anyway, at least as far as Diesel Deucey's concerned, I'm hoping to go down to Roanoke sometime. I'm just waiting for the time and the money situations to line up, because right now this is the one time where I got the money, I just have not had the time. Plus also, the reason I'm doing this road trip is largely time sensitive. Woo, speed limit check. I am now somewhere around here. I think Highway 54 turns left. But where? I'm just gonna wait it out for the sign. I just hope I didn't miss it. Oh, I see it. Jackson Street. I'll point it out here shortly. But there it is. 54 to Illinois 107. And then up here to 7236. Let's go. There's the sign. And we will be out of Pittsfield shortly. And very quickly here, we have approached I-72, which also here is Highway 36, but also at the same time, Highway 54 ends. So we are gonna go, uh-oh, I just missed it. I got to yapping. So I'm going to, can't go turn around there. So I'm going to pull off right here and turn around. We need 72 east to go to Springfield, because that will lead us up towards Lincoln. Hardly a sign, except here. Here we go. This is one of my favorite routes to take, because as you can see, there is like no traffic on this interstate. And now we are on I-72. This will take us to Springfield, where we will get on I-55. And we'll be able to reach Lincoln from there. Got a strong east wind coming in, so that probably means we're going to have some storms coming through. Well, here's your proof that gas is more expensive. I paid $3.39 back in Missouri. Actually, no, it was $3.34. Up here it's $3.66. So there is a 22-cent increase crossing the Mississippi River into Illinois. Anyway, still going on I-72. Still got a ways to go to get to Springfield. But it is 1:20 p.m. and we've traveled 180.6 miles. And we just passed Jacksonville, Illinois. Well, the exit for it, anyway. We are in Springfield, and here's the sign for I-55. It should be up around here shortly. It is 1:45 p.m. I have not much of an idea of how close Lincoln is to Springfield. It should be fairly close. Yeah, here's a sign for 55 South. And here's the speed limit drop. So somewhere around here, yeah, here's the sign. We're gonna go over I-55 here shortly. And then from this point forward, we're gonna be following 55 north. We'll leave I-72 because we're going north from Springfield. There's I-55. But we're staying up here. lane shift. And up right here is the split for 72 to go further east, but we are staying on I-55 going northbound. Should for the most part be getting out of Springfield here shortly. Not sure how far we are along in that. It looks like there's more of it straight ahead. Yeah, it's almost 2 o'clock already, so we should not be too far from Lincoln. We'll probably get there by about 2:30. We are back in Lincoln. No, not Lincoln, Nebraska. Lincoln, Illinois we're going into right now. Thought I'd throw you guys off a little bit there. But now as to which exit I want to take, I don't know. I'm going to have to find that one out here shortly. It says next 3 exits. Once again, I'm operating on navigational memory here. But this first one here looks like a business spur. So we'll go with that. And we'll see how that works. I'll slow down a little here. Yeah, let's exit here and we'll make our way into town. So I'm gonna hang right. Should take me close to town. Yep, going right in. It might be a while. Hard to say how far to go. And we are now in town. So, looks like the business loop goes that way. But we're gonna go straight, and I'm gonna see if I can figure out which one of these roads will take me to Lincoln Christian University. I might also stop by and drive by Lincoln College, because that college is now defunct. But wouldn't hurt to see what's left of it. Highly doubt that we're going to get into any of the buildings, but that's largely irrelevant at this point. Anyway, I gotta go find out where this place is. Oh, there's a sign right here. Almost stopped the camera, and it says to go this way. Yeah, talk about holy crap gas prices. $3.89 here. When it was $3.34 back in Missouri. And here's the place, Lincoln Christian University. Doesn't look like there's many cars there. But let's turn in and let's see what we can find. We may not be able to do much here. But even if we can't, I do have a backup plan. Visitor parking. Well, I'm gonna just drive through here. I'll come back to this because I think that's the visitor parking. I'm just gonna drive through, make sure it's still alive. And we'll see if this is worth attempting or not. It is a closing college. I have successfully gotten redemption for Dana College with Iowa Wesleyan University. But this looks pretty dead. It's hard to say exactly what's going on here. I do see some signs, like the Alumni Hall appears to have a no trespassing sign on this, so we might already be dead. Let me see if I can find somewhere in a residential neighborhood or something to park, and then we'll take a walk onto campus, but see what we can find. So like that building right there seems to, Harmony Hall, already seems to have brush growing up against one of the doors. So we might be out of luck. I'm gonna try this way here. This appears to be one way this way. And you know what? If we don't succeed, that's okay. I've got a backup plan and I can still call this the confusion road trip. Speed bump there. So I'm gonna park right here so that we're not anywhere near campus. And we are about right as I predicted. And we'll see what we can find. Just by looking at some of the buildings, I highly doubt we're going to find much for elevators, but it's worth a try. Well, now that was an absolute bust. The only building that was open that had at least 2 floors was the administration building. And there was no elevator in there. And even the library that was attached to it, that looked like was the first floor of the 2-floor section. No elevator. Like there was no elevators anywhere on that campus. So with that change of plans being instead, I have a couple of options. Number one, I'm thinking I'm going to go down to Millikin University. Battery died. Anyway, as I was saying, the options are Millikin University was kind of my fallback. And then there's Bloomington and Normal, Illinois, where I was planning to go tomorrow. And hopefully have enough time to stop at the University of Iowa to get an elevator I missed 3 times. So with that being said, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go find the hotel on Google Maps that I booked. And I'm going to call and I'm going to see if I can transfer my reservation to somewhere up in Bloomington or Normal. I don't know entirely what's going to come of that, but we will find out. So, I will need a minute. Alright, I think I'm just going to go down to Millikin University and suck it up and stay here. For 2 reasons. Number one, the Comfort Inn in Normal, Illinois is is about $10 to $20 more expensive. Also, the number I tried to call to get to the hotel has been disconnected, so I'm thinking hold on, let me quickly look this up in the email. See if I can find a callback number. But other than that, I'm thinking I'm probably just going to go down to Decatur because I'm wasting time at this point. Just doing some research on the end here. Alright, I'm going to pause. Okay, so apparently I didn't pay for a rate to cancel, change, or refund, so I think the cheapest thing for me to do is just come back to Lincoln and shut up and take my medicine. That's what I get for getting cheap here. Alright, let's head to Decatur, Illinois. Not 100% sure which way is the right way to go. So I'm going to have to check Google Maps on that one. But I think it's probably south and east. Yeah, I need to go left. Backtrack to Illinois 121. That will take me straight there. And then I will come back to Lincoln, and then I'm going to have to get up extra early tomorrow, so that way I can go to Illinois State. Almost 3 o'clock, so we may not get... I don't know how far it is to Decatur, but I don't think we're going to get much. Because it'll probably be 5 o'clock by the time we get there. I gotta watch for traffic. So I will set the camera right here while I continue rambling. Actually, I've kind of run out of things to ramble about. Well, one thing I've noticed about this car is it will shut itself off, quote unquote, and then when I let go of the brake, it starts itself again. Kind of gets annoying, and I gotta make this turn quickly here. That and my phone just fell in the black hole, so I'm gonna have to dig it out. Got it. That's the space between the center console and the seat. But at least it's nice to know that I can put my camera on the dash and it will actually stay up there. It won't stay up there in my car. Alright, I gotta slow down. But, according to Google Maps, this should take me straight to Decatur. Schizophrenic speed limits. As we're going out of town, it drops it? That makes no sense. But then again, it could also be that this is a corner where a number of crashes have happened, so I'll give some grace on that. We have 35 miles to go until we're in Decatur. By that logic, we should probably get there at about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. That's assuming we go 60 miles an hour, but the speed limit's only 55. o'clock on the dot. We should be getting fairly close to Decatur here, because this is the intersection where we are back at I-72. And what's really weird here is we must have taken a loop harder than you think, because westbound is... Oh, no, we are going south. It just turns left to loop around right. But we should be coming into Decatur fairly quickly here. We're still on Illinois 121 South. Lots of driving, not very many elevators so far. Hopefully when we get to Millikin University that will change. And here we are in town. There's the sign to go to Millikin University, this way. We're going now from Illinois 121 onto Illinois 48, southbound. And what's interesting is over there, you're going both north and south at the same time. Alright, I think we can... Yeah, we can turn right on red here. The only million-dollar question is, where is campus? And on the left here is Millikin University. There it is. Now, I see Main Street, so I'm going to turn left here, and I'm going to go look for somewhere to park. It's 3:36 p.m. Made it here at about a decent time. So we should be getting an arrow shortly. There it is. There's campus off on the left. So now, $1,000,000 question. Where do I park? So often it can be really hard to find places to park on campus. Well, I'll let you know once we get parked. Well, I guess now it's time to go in and see what we can get. 3:46 p.m. I got basically an hour and 15 minutes before 5 p.m. to see if I can get all that I can. It took me 2 hours to get Truman State done, and this campus is smaller, so we'll see, and that guy is flying. Let's see what we can do. And that was a rousing success. Oh, looks like he's gonna fix a flat, so I'm gonna get out of his way. But anyway, hence why the rushed start there. But anyway, I'm gonna get back around and out of here. Can't go that way, so I'll go this way. And then we should be able to head either back to Lincoln, or I might go up to Bloomington and Normal. Just scope things out. These are some narrow streets. And just scope things out in advance. Because I do have time, and I easily finished before 5 p.m. It is about 5 p.m. now, 5:03 to be exact. And so, let me think here. I gotta wait to turn. There we go. I'm gonna do all of that off camera. So I will show you getting out of Decatur, Illinois, and we will finish up in Lincoln at the hotel. By the way, free diesel if anyone wants it. I gotta focus on driving here. Anyway, the trip to Bloomington, if I decide to take it, that's going to be entirely off camera. I'm just going to go scout that out on my own. Not going to film or do anything with that for the road trip. I can put that way, I can put my entire focus into doing it. This, I believe, yes, we are back on Illinois 48. Turn red on red here. There's the sign. Now we're heading northbound. Bye-bye Millikin University. Very small campus, but nothing overly exciting for elevators. I did find a vintage freight elevator, which was really cool. Poof, it's dark. We are back in Lincoln, Illinois, and it's time now to go find the hotel. So from Millikin University, I went up to Bloomington and Normal. Blech. Trying to combine them like I'm crazy. But I did try to get some elevators at Illinois Wesleyan University because I knew that was on my list. Just as much as I can until I started running into locked doors. And I ended up getting quite most of the campus. There's just a few buildings left on Illinois Wesleyan. And then I want to knock out as much of Illinois State as I possibly can. I plotted out parking spots for both campuses, so hopefully tomorrow everything should go fairly smoothly and I should have enough time to get to the University of Iowa before 5 p.m. It's going to require me to get up extra early, so 8:52 p.m. I'm going to have to make this work very carefully. And the funny thing is, the signs for Lincoln College are still there. Despite they closed in 2022. Traveled 387 miles today. Mostly just kind of running all over the place. Comfort Inn, and I see it off to the right. Gas is ridiculously expensive here. $3.89. Alright, I see the Comfort Inn. Now, how do I get there? I'll go this way. Comfort Inn and Suites in Lincoln, Illinois. Here's the hotel. And hopefully, I think this is Olson Drive. This hotel is a lot smaller than the Capitol Plaza Hotel in Jefferson City. Don't want to park in handicapped, so I will go right here. All right. Had some crazy weather in the meantime. Pouring buckets in normal, as well as, well, not much else. It was just pouring buckets. It was dark, and it was a fun adventure, but kind of just a break to go look, just kind of necessary break to go look for some elevators and not have to worry about the road trip in the meantime. In the meantime, I'm gonna wrap up the road trip. 387.5 miles traveled. Let's go get checked in. We'll get into the hotel. Probably can also hear that wind. It's also howling all night as well. Alright guys, that ends another hotel tour. There's I-55 out there. As you can see, it's still wet from when it was raining. But anyway, that was a great day too. I got a lot of new places and a lot of new elevators. And we got more tomorrow for day 3. So with that being said, thank you for watching. See you tomorrow. Good morning, YouTube. It is day 3. Last day of the road trip. And we're going to Bloomington and Normal, Illinois on camera this time. So, without much further ado, I just got water this time that I filled up in the hotel room. Speaking of which, I just noticed this hotel looks like it was a converted Fairfield Inn. But, no time for dawdling around. We got so much to do and so little time to do it. Let's go. I'm not even going to bother stopping for pop. $7:34 a.m. We're getting an early start today. Sun rising in the east. Before we get any further, I should set the mileage counter to 0. And as we're just waiting for the light to turn green. There we go. And we got a protected left. Let's just hope we can keep it. Semis do tend to take slow turns. And that's understandable. Yep, and he is going the same way we are, 55 northbound. Okay, there we go. I was about to say your turn signal was still on. But there have been a number of times where I see somebody and it's like their turn signal has been on since 1958. While others don't even know they exist. But generally, I think the reason for the turn signal still on since 1958 sort of thing is because people forget to cancel it when they're just simply merging and they lock it as if they're turning. Tends to happen more often than you might think. Skipping I-155 north to Peoria, that's the shortcut. But we're actually going to Normal and Bloomington. So we're on I-55 northbound. We should be in Bloomington and Normal fairly shortly. Just also as a disclaimer, I am not looking through the camera. I'm paying 100% of my attention to driving. We are approaching Bloomington now, as I can see a round of interstates coming up. Now, trying to navigate this on 55 is not going to be easy since the two cities run mostly north-south. So I'm going to jog over on 74 east. And I'll go in the way that I went yesterday. Actually, you know what? Change of plans. Actually, no, I'm going to stick with the original plan. Going east on 74. Okay, talk about a windy on-ramp. Oh, perfect. It's the next exit over. Here we go. Business 51. This is the route I want. because I came in yesterday on US 51 northbound. Don't want to go back to Decatur, so we'll turn left here. Okay, those signs had me going for a minute, but apparently one way right and one way left. And this should be a straight shot, straight into town. And we are now in downtown Bloomington, which means we are fairly close to Illinois Wesleyan. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, I went off camera to go film the elevators at Illinois Wesleyan, but I didn't get everything. I started running into locked doors. So hopefully, with it now being 8:09 a.m., we should have classes starting up, and it should be a lot easier to get into some of those buildings now. Fairly cool downtown. Don't think I'll be able to stop and film elevators here, because I want to prioritize the rest of Illinois Wesleyan, the entirety of Illinois State, and Jefferson Hall at the University of Iowa, which is probably just going to be a stop on the way home. But with it being a Friday, I'm not entirely sure I'm going to be able to get the latter of those. Because I want to prioritize here while I can. The only thing about Jefferson Hall at UI is that it's far enough away that I don't feel comfortable making a dedicated road trip for it. And not too much farther later, had to stop the camera to sneeze. Here's campus. Now, I remember exactly where I parked last night, so this should be fairly easy. Unless, because it's the morning, it's all parked up. I know at UNL that tends to happen quite a bit, where all the street parking gets taken. Can't remember exactly what the turn was, so I'm going to go this way. And hope for the best. Yes, this is the turn. Alright, now to focus on getting parked. And just like that, we're parked. So, here's the push button. Gotta show it because I don't want to get any people in the shot any more than necessary. But anyway, it's time to go in. Let's go finish up here, and then we'll head to Illinois State. And that'll be the day. Well, that's a wrap. That didn't take long at all. Once again, so much to do, so little time to do it. So let's go. 8:49 a.m. That didn't take long at all. And we should have just enough time to get to Illinois State by 9. It's just a little ways north. But this thing being in the way might be a bit troublesome. Hopefully he'll move. going the same way I am. Well, I guess we'll follow him and roll with the punches. Whichever way he goes at this intersection, I will go the other way. Okay, I guess that takes care of that. Uh-oh, something fell down. I'll worry about it later. It's just a bottle of Mountain Dew. Okay, goodbye Illinois Wesleyan. Let's go to Illinois State, then we're out of here. And here we are in Normal, Illinois. We're going to take a right here. And we're going to head into Illinois State. That big tower over there. Not sure if that's part of campus or if that's residential. Stop sign. Hang on. Now, visitor parking that I scoped out last night in the rain, I believe was this way. Here, faculty, staff, all this is on the right. This is it, South University parking garage, visitor parking. We'll take a right, and we'll just follow the signs. Visitor parking is pay by plate. Pay for parking with smartphone app or pay stations in northeast and southeast stairwells. Proceed to space and use pay station or mobile app. So I don't have to download anything extra on my phone. I'm gonna see if I can get I'm gonna locate the pay station. Kind of stupid they went all digital. I'm gonna have to get the plate number of this rental car. Okay, so it looks like I can just park any old where here. So I will go here. Out in the middle of nowhere, but that's alright. I see this, it says visitor only. I'm just going to pull up closer. And I'll have to get the elevators in this garage wherever they're at. Alright, I'm going to go locate... Oh. There is the pay station. Perfect. Let's go. All right, let's get out of here. I had to skip some buildings. I had to skip the west elevator at the Bone Student Center because it was just, some event was going on the 4th floor and it was just constantly busy. There was no way that I was going to be able to get a video of it. And then there was one other, at like the Nelson Smith building, where it was just so out of the way I couldn't decided not to bother with it. Anyway, we are out of here. Actually, I'm gonna need to go figure out where I'm supposed to go here. It's 1:32 p.m. We should get to University of Iowa by like 4:30, according to Google Maps. So in order to save battery, because I don't know how much I have, I'm just gonna jump cut to Iowa State. Sorry, did I say Iowa State? No, I'm gonna jump cut to Iowa City. So I'm gonna film nothing in between. All right, here we go. Try to get out of that guy's way. All right, jump cutting to Iowa City. And just like that, we are in Iowa City, caught in the middle of rush hour traffic. Now, I'm really hoping the building is open, Jefferson Hall, because it's 5:03 p.m. I was expecting to get here at about at least 15 minutes ago. The problem is that I don't think Google Maps accounted for the bridge over I-80 into Iowa being a one-lane bridge and backed up in both directions. So that set me back a good however long it felt like. So I am really hoping this stop is worth it. We're on the north end of we're on the northeast end of campus. Realistically, I'm gonna go right here because this takes me straight to where I want to go. At least the way that I want to navigate there. Actually, you know what? Maybe that wasn't a good idea. But at least it'll be clearer traffic this way. But we'll get to drive right through campus and pass by the building. Whoa, slow down. At this point, considering it's now after 5 p.m., it's a complete crapshoot, so there's no need to rush anymore. Considering it's 5 p.m. Friday night, I am not confident. That we have made. I'm not confident that we've even made it in time. Well, I've come this way on 3 different road trips now, so I hope it's worth it. I haven't got anything changed from the year. Yes, it's kind of slow. I can't think of it. Oh, the old Capital Town Side parking garage is actually this way. Let's see here. You have to wait for this train, so I will go. Up they go. Take a right here. That's Jefferson Hall. That red building over there, I think. Oh, officers. I think this is just the station. Yeah. Alright. There's no one you see driving for parking garage, but it's nice way. Press everything. Keep changing these. So I never know what to do. Usually, what color out? What it used to be. No. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, no stairs here. There's no straight shot. Come on, don't be shy. Let's go. Well, as I said, no sense rushing it. We've probably missed it by now. So I'm gonna get parked in my usual spots, and then we will go check it out. Okay, just a quick little update. I am parked in my usual spots. That's what I've been fighting all the way here. Crazy wind. Well, let's go see what the verdict is. Can we get in? And what do we have? Well, pretty much exactly what I suspected. Nothing. Locked. And there's no point in booking a last-second hotel here because tomorrow is Saturday. And campus is probably going to be completely locked on Saturday. So, at this point, I'm just going to have to come back off camera on my own time to film it. So now the question is, what do I want to do? Well, I've got time now, because now I'm basically ahead of schedule. And I might as well just go take a look around. I know I filmed some here on the Redemption road trip, so I'm going to check out some different elevators this time. Probably do some peak updates on some elevators here, but we'll see. I'm guessing now, because it's Friday, a lot of the buildings are going to be locking early too, so my hopes are not that high. Well, it's time to go home. If you're wondering why I decided to take a walk around U of Iowa, the reason is because if I didn't, then I would be driving home directly into the sunlight. And for 4 hours, or whatever, I don't want to do that, because then otherwise I can't really see very well. So that's why I decided to wait. But anyway, it is... had the time here. I'm going to start the car. All the bells and whistles going. 8:25 p.m. We traveled 236.4 miles today. So let's head home. You don't need to see me driving out of this garage for the third time. And we are leaving the University of Iowa. I don't know when I'm going to be back. Over there, that's the Newton Road parking garage. Absolutely nothing has changed since last year. Except there was one elevator that got modernized. So I got a video of that. I got a video of some other elevators on campus that I needed to redo because they didn't really get a good video of them. And anyway, it's been a great road trip. I do have some unfinished business in Lincoln. So, and since we've done this route twice already on road trips, really the only thing we could do is just hyper jump back to Lincoln using the magic of video editing. Current time is 8:33 p.m. It's going to take me about 5 hours in real life. But as for you guys, we're about to hyper jump back to Lincoln, Nebraska this time. Well, except we have to wait for a red light. Then we need to get ready to go. There we go. All right. We are now entering Coralville, Iowa. Get ready for hyper jump in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And here we are. back in the more superior Lincoln, in my opinion, Lincoln, Nebraska, and we're approaching 48th and O Street to drop off the rental car, which is the unfinished business we have yet to do tonight. As I said, it's been a great road trip. It's very late at night now. It is 1:30 a.m. on Saturday now. And this is where the road trip will end for this car. I'm still going to transfer back to my car, and we'll go end at the place we usually do. Okay, now the goal is to get all of my stuff over in one trip, because this is where the journey ends for this car. Let's get the mileage counting. 534.8 will be today's mileage over here. Total trip mileage 1328.5 miles. See you in my car. And here we are, back in my old reliable car. Old familiar. The one that I've done a lot of these road trips in. And there may be many more to come in this car. So with that being said, let's go. Sometimes that builds up when it's been sitting for a while. Anyway, let's head back. Our favorite spot, our favorite gas station. They'll be closed, but it'll be a good place to end the road trip. And just a straight shot down 48th Street later, here's the good to go station. We will turn in, end the road trip, take the final mileage on this car, and I'll go with 8.6. And there it is. Well, with that being said, another fun road trip in the books, as I've said before. Thank you for watching. That is all. Good night.